It's meme culture time. We're about to learn about some memes today. So gather around, boys and girls. Let's hear the story of how things become what they become. Is Snickers removing its D vein? Hold on. That's the first thing we're watching right now. I'm going to watch the things that I did not know about. And apparently Snicker is removing its vein. Its D vein. Okay. I didn't even know that was a thing. I know, yes, Snickers has those little lines on it, but I never thought about it like that. So, already learning something new today. Alright, let's do memes.
The Snickers Dick vein has been throbbing around the internet lately due to a rumour that it has been completely phased out. Of course, this is completely untrue, but images of a smooth chocolate bar reveal a shocking truth. The fact that the candy companies physically install the
Fuck. Can't even look at Snickers the same anymore. Are you serious? I've never looked at it like that.
bumpy ridges that look oh so fascinatingly like the underside of someone's member.
Stop it! It's turning me on! Stop!
That being said, comparing the phallic shape of a chocolate bar to a sex organ is hardly a new endeavour. Look no further than the old flake advertisements which attempt to convince the world that their product is the perfectly normal thing to sensually wrap one's lips around. The concept of chocolate being a sexual food is a tale as old as time, with the idea of it being a potent aphrodisiac chucked around by marketing companies like no tomorrow. This is perhaps why members of the public so easily associate the swirl on top of a chocolate bar with dick veins, considering the fact that the sweet has so extensively been connected with sex. However, when Twitter user Joel Tungus pulled out a Mars bar without the throbbing cock vein on the 21st of September last year, the world went a little bit mad.
Really?
When Twitter user Juniper posted a fake headline about the vein being removed in mid-April this year, the world got even a little bit madder.
Really?
Many people genuinely believed it to be true.
I'm sure many will say, who cares? But texture is very important to many. I'm sure this will change, since it's making it smooth, and for what? Let's just cancel everything.
Story and run with it even if it isn't real. It's similar to what The Chaser did in Australia last year when they posted a satirical headline claiming fairy bread is being cancelled, to show how quickly certain outlets will pick up fake news even if they know it isn't real in order to stir up outrage.
I will say this, I gotta let it be known. Nobody can cancel shit for me. I cancel it. Nobody else. You can say you shouldn't do or you shouldn't have. Bitch, I'll make that decision.
Whoa, 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 hey, 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 hey.
Sorry. Let me wind it back. A little aggressive. Sorry.
This goes to show that chucking a lot of buzzwords onto a headline that are guaranteed to make certain groups angry will work in terms of generating interest,
It would.
although Juniper says it was only initially intended for her audience, not as an example of fake news to be picked up and shared by boomers or news sites wanting to make a quick buck. It also happened with Juniper's post about Julia Fox going goblin mode, which was taken as satire by some and real by many, to the point where Fox had to go to Instagram and post about it. Essentially, even though Snickers has come out and personally clarified that the veins remain, it would appear the fake headline of them being removed is so close to actual headlines spruiked around the internet, despite being sensationalized, that plenty of people are still sharing them. And then, of course, there's those who just think the idea of Snickers bars having dick veins is funny. As for how they actually do it, apparently the final bar making process involves using an air jet to ensure an even coating. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next?
Wow. Okay. Learning something new today. Alright. Did not know that was a thing, but let's continue on. Well, why is Morbius? This Morbius thing?
What started off already as a massive meme a couple months ago has now gone truly mainstream, with seemingly every group, page, and account on social media in on the joke.
Hold on. Is that the little poster board that I saw that freaked me out a little bit? Hold on. That thing. It was pretty damn awesome. I mean, I'm not going to watch the movie. I don't have no idea what it is, but that right there is terrifying. Don't scare the children. Yeah. Now that I know somewhat of what's going on.
With seemingly every group, page, and account on social media
Jared
in on the
Leno.
joke. With terms like Morbius sweep,
Morbius.
it's Morbin time, and Morbius was the movie ever, swimming all over the internet since the film came out in March this year, we've seen
Or it
millions
came out.
acknowledging its brilliance for a long time. Even Vice covered it before and after the film came out, so you know it's absolutely huge and seems to have peaked several times over. If you'd like to know more about the origins of the trend, I'd recommend watching this channel's video on it, as this video covers more of the current interest surrounding Morbius and why it continues to grow. As such, it could be argued that this is the first time in a long time since a meme has united so many. Truly, the idea that memes never last longer than a week these days is misleading, as we've seen high coverage of Morbius's Morbin ways peaking many times over, and yet it just does not stop. From the Binley Mega Chippy Morbius meal to its debut on Nintendo DS, the film has become a cultural phenomenon. It is true that memes do die out, although it becomes more of a question of who decides a meme is dead.
You know, the things I say, okay, it's annoying. We'll move on. We do move on. So Morbius, you will be gone eventually. Or what they like to do is recycle memes and bring it back and just put a little extra sauce on it, you know. Drake came back for a while. It'll come and go, you know? That's how memes go.
What might appear fresh and new to some can be old and stale to others, depending on their tolerance for oversaturation and repetition. Some trends, such as Among Us, have been going strong for years already, and perhaps Morbius' constant explosions in popularity across mainstream areas for months hint at a longevity spanning longer than 60 days. Of course, people are getting sick of it, with some emphasizing the idea that the meme needs to die. However, one of the best parts of this trend is the fact that, inevitably, there are some people who believe it, and as such you get some truly interesting comments in areas where the meme debuts. So widespread is it that reality is beginning to blur, with some circles genuinely believing Morbius 2 has been greenlit by Sony. It's a fascinating exercise in how history remembers certain franchises. Will future researchers look back on Morbius and be genuinely confused by this particular era in which it is so widely celebrated, or will they determine it an interesting example of how satirization can affect the truth? Anyway it goes, Morbius is set to smash invisible records and promote countless hours of exposition regarding the law surrounding the digital content it inspires, inadvertently making it the biggest movie to ever exist within the scope of people who've never even watched it.
I don't know. Okay, that one here, I don't know. I don't want to know any more about. Like, I'm not intrigued. He had another video pertaining to it, but now, you know what? I'm good. Morbius. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Snickers removing their fangs, skins being pulled off. So much. Why do people love Binley? Mega Chippy? Pyrocynical? What's happening here?
Binley Mega Chippy is the UK's latest and greatest export. Binley Mega Chippy
What's
is
in
the
there?
UK's latest and greatest export.
Corn beans? Okay.
With rave reviews from every man and his dog, and massive lineups, we're looking at perhaps the best fish and chip shop in the world. And with a Morbius meal on offer with a refreshing can of mug root beer, who wouldn't want to go? It all began in early May this year thanks to Binley Mega Chippy fan 53, who began shitposting on TikTok everything to do with the restaurant, until a video they uploaded with a charming song just repeating the words Binley Mega Chippy absolutely took off.
Binley Mega Chippy, Binley Mega Chippy, Binley Mega Chippy.
Which nobody can deny. Okay.
This song would inspire millions worldwide, with the shitposting seducing even international visitors to the red and yellow glow of the best chippy in the world. If you're not from the UK, you've probably guessed that chippy is another word for a classic takeout shop, often serving all the delights British cuisine has to offer. Many times throughout digital spaces, these cultural delights have been revealed to the world, often to critical eyes and stomachs.
Beans?
There's just something so fascinating
beans
about
on bread
pictures
is
of British
real?
food that is promoted by such unappetizing imagery and words, with faded shots of mushy peas and soggy chips front and center. That being said, there's something comforting about it. It may not be the best fast food in the world, but after a big night out, there's no doubt you'd give your left toe for some greasy grub. It's a case of the extremely mundane becoming magical, as a place named Binley with consistently overcast skies looks almost like a bit right out of the UK version of The Office. Because, of course, most chippies in the UK have a certain majestic lo-fi aura to them. Their squat appearances are often decorated with cheap fluorescent lighting and quintessentially British names, with many a chippy appreciation post floating around online. The owner of Binley Mega Chippy says straight out that he had no idea what was happening at first, as he doesn't use social media to promote his shop, hence the fan-made Morbius meal. But soon realized the influx of people standing at the front taking photos was not stopping. It just goes to show how impactful memes or trends online can be when it comes to affecting the offline world. Usually, there are examples of small-town businesses creating terrible ads for local TV or attempting to go viral, but this seems to be a rare instance where a whole bunch of people have done the work for them. Essentially, the Binley Mega Chippy becoming massively popular over a short course of time is an incredible example of how well-loved British culture can be in shitposting, as well as the fact that the actions of a few can inspire millions, genuinely changing someone's life, even if it is for an instant.
Wow, okay. Alright, it's a place. A place that I probably could never visit in my lifetime, but they sell fish and chips, and he's booming business. I like that one. I wouldn't know half of the stuff that I know if it wasn't for me. So, all right, who is Graggle? Graggle? Oh, shit. I didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I don't even know what I did. Sorry.
Who remembers Graggle, the lovable side character from The Simpsons who is featured in every single episode?
Okay. I don't remember him. Not at all.
You don't? What are you, crazy? The internet has seen several surges in interest regarding this alleged character, with many assuring audiences that, of course, this little yellow fella has been around forever with the famous nuclear family, in what appears to be a bit similar to the role.
I know I'm late, and I reacted to some things a while back, but my sister watches it, and we were sitting there watching it, and I'm hooked on Rick and Morty. It took me some time. I'm there.
In what appears to be a bit similar to the role Mr. Poopy Butthole plays within Rick and Morty. However, Graggle has gone by different names before, as this isn't the first time he's appeared in digital culture,
So he's
and has
not-
a bit of a history predating his association with The Simpsons. In 2011, he was constructed by Japanese-speaking parts of the internet as a completely separate character, and appeared to be related to a certain emoticon. Then, in 2015, a 2chan user posted what may be the first instance of him being associated with The Simpsons. However, it wouldn't be until early 2021 that he would receive a different name, Weird Matt, thanks to a 4chan user detailing the idea that Matt Groening wanted him to be a self-insert
He plays
character.
drums in Lisa's
This
jazz
image would
band.
quickly be shared amongst other social media platforms, in which Weird Matt would become Gumbly thanks to Twitter user Simian Jimmy, and thus subject of both Mandela effect speculation and general shitposting. Whilst Gumbly popped up a lot online during 2021, it wouldn't be until this year that we'd see another name change and a much bigger cultural impact. This occurred in late May, in which Yelaya Bressup would dub Gumbly as Graggle Simpson,
Graggle.
simultaneously reigniting interest in the character and
Graggle,
Mandela effect
Graggle.
trends. Considering Simpsons memes have long been a huge goldmine for fantastic content, it's not surprising Graggle has gone completely mainstream. Not only are entertainment websites already in on the joke, but thousands of Illuminati-esque videos and edits are being
I didn't know a
posted
thing
by
about it.
in which Graggle appears throughout all episodes. Illuminati-esque videos and edits are being posted.
What? Why?
Graggle appears throughout all episodes. That being said, many Simpsons shitposting groups are filled to the brim with darker Graggle-related content, providing further psychological interest than just the unsettling implication that no one remembers this
Homer
guy,
has
even
no
though he
leg?
definitely existed. It's another way for creators to corrupt a beloved franchise like The Simpsons, which has undeniably declined in quality since its 90s heyday.
Yeah,
As entire communities
unfortunately.
spring up discussing the existence of their favorite character, a seething tide of Graggle content continues to spew unfettered from the depths of collective creative efforts. It's been a hot minute since the internet has witnessed such an intense gaslighting of digital culture, but the imaginative and honestly well done edits stemming from it are quite incredible. Essentially, despite going through several iterations over the space of a decade, Graggle Simpson appears to be another fantastic example of how enjoyable implementing a brand new character via the Mandela effect can be. Hopefully, the showrunners take notice and return him in somewhere.
Nah, not a fan of Mr. Grab or whatever. You know, if Simpson was smart, they would go ahead and throw a character like that in there. You know how like Chip and Dale did Ugly Sonic, which was amazing. I didn't watch Chip and Dale, but I saw some clips and I saw the Ugly Sonic.
Yeah.
Now, Ugly Sonic is his own character, so he's a thing, you know? It's great. How long could you survive without? Okay, all right. Another one that I don't know about, but this is the last one we'll check out.
Everyone's seen those massively popular list-style videos uploaded by Watch Data and the like.
Wait, what? What is this? SpongeBob wouldn't last 5 minutes in an arena. Great Danes are one of the strongest dog breeds in the world. Mario is actually 5 feet tall.
Everyone's seen those
SpongeBob may
massively popular list-style
struggle
videos uploaded by
against-
Watch Data and the
Okay.
like. You know the ones, where you're given an infographic detailing how long people would survive in difficult situations, or as a comparison against others, with the credibility of references dubious at best. This appears to have started with the average age for everything edits, with the memes surrounding that trend.
Hold on. Your first kiss should be around the age of 15. Your age of 7, losing virginity. 17. 18, your first relationship. 23, peak of life satisfaction. Okay. Okay. If you excuse me. Okay. 26, you should be married, and 26, first kid. 26, married in the first year, have the first kid. See, if anything, I took my second kid was 25, and I got married at 25. The losing virginity, first kiss, no, relationship, if you want to call it that, I guess, and your peak of satisfaction. I don't know if it's 23 though. There's a reason why there's a troll there. Is that what you're saying? Because that's lies. All right.
This appears to have started with the average age for everything edits, with the memes surrounding that trend dating back to early last year. Some of these seem edited to provoke an emotional reaction from the viewer, especially the idea that one should reach peak life satisfaction at 23, which would be incredibly sad because the implication that it never gets better after that is pretty fucked. However, it would appear the first video to directly mutate and parody this style would come from YouTube user Sub2Me on the 26th of February this year, during the height of the lean resurgence, utilizing the Mr. Incredible Becoming Uncanny format. This would be quickly picked up and evolved into other meme-related contents, with titles such as how...
Hold on, that's about no meme law, new YouTube guidelines, meme getting deleted, no memers, buy memes.
How long could
no
you
more
memes thrown around YouTube? As such, one can observe an existing timeline from
Anger.
which watch data style videos
Strikes.
pop up, assimilate other structures, and then become parodies of themselves. The thing is, humans love comparison, even if the information presented is bullshit. We love to stack ourselves up against others for curiosity's sake, and the myriad of memes and reaction images utilized in the parodies of these comparisons act in three ways. First, as satirization, second, as something familiar to look at, and third, as a bit of genuine presentation regarding how people might feel about certain things. There's a reason reaction images are so popular after all. Despite their goofiness, they are extremely good at conveying moods and emotions.
Balling, getting friends, getting money. Let's go.
Of course, when it comes down to it, many of these comparison videos possess a distinct art style that also catches the eye of the audience. Although they're pumped out at an extraordinary rate in a clear attempt to create cash flow, there's no doubt they're extremely successful in this endeavor as they're designed to make watching them fun. It's this element of mass-produced videos people own up to watching that allows How Long Could You Survive Without creations to become references to collective experiences, and perhaps it's gotten to the point where some are only aware of the memes spawning from them. Essentially, it's enjoyable to observe an internet mainstay become the subject of deep parody, and watching these parodies become parodied themselves is just the cherry on top for an easily exploitable and emotion-provoking structure.
Yo, I'm learning some things. I didn't know things were a thing. There's a lot of memes that I don't know about, so, you know, clicking on it, I find out. I get my information from memes, but to a certain extent, I don't believe a lot of shit on the internet. It's hard to believe a lot of stuff on the internet because everybody's full of shit sometimes, and they just like to troll people. Trolling is like the #1 thing to do online, and so I gotta second guess everything I see. You know, when people are trying to say you gotta cancel something, it's like, yo, let's chill. I'll cancel it when I feel like canceling it. I won't fuck with it no more. You know, I make that decision. Internet is like TV. TV could come up with make-believe stuff, but some stuff is just more fascinating to watch on the internet. And here we are. Well, there we go, Blaze Squad. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you place the like button. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, go ahead and comment.
Ugly Sonic, that's the spirit.
And I will see you in the next one.